Hey, what's the story? Yours truly, Philbo here, and welcome to the Philbo Show. Yes, the Philbo Show. What you once knew as Philbo Reviews still remains the same, but we are under a different name. It is now simply the Philbo Show here on YouTube. Thanks a million for stopping by. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you like the new name. Drop a comment down below. Do you like the Philbo Show, or should we go back to Philbo Reviews? My kind of thoughts on it was, I wanted to give it a little bit of, like, instead of just pinning it straight down to reviews, just putting it as the Philbo Show. We're going to have some segments in here. The Phil and Gaz Show, the Philbo Show, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And depending how it works well, we got Philbo's Joke Corner, of course, which is no. We got the live concert footage. We got music reviews. We got music rankings, album rankings. We have franchise rankings and horror movie reviews, new release reviews, classic movie reviews, Philbo's Joke Corner. So with all that stuff in one thing, I said to myself, you know what? Let's just go with the Philbo Show. So I hope you like the new name. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking with me. Any old school folks here on the channel, and anyone new, welcome one and all. I hope my description there tickles your fancy to possibly think about liking and subscribing to the channel. But today I am talking about a first time watch. Cannibal Holocaust, possibly one of the most controversial films ever made in the history of cinema. This film is solely responsible for the found footage subgenre of horror. This film was directed by Ruggero Deodato, an Italian filmmaker, in 1980, and the horror genre and the word video nasty, especially in the United Kingdom, was born with this movie. Let's get into it, shall we? A first time watch, one of the most controversial films ever made. Hold on tight, it's gonna be a bumpy fucking ride. First, to give you some background on the movie, this film, if you've never heard of it, Cannibal Holocaust, it was originally titled The Green Inferno, which one of my favourite horror directors, Eli Roth, who is quoted saying that the Cannibal Holocaust movie is his all-time favourite movie, which says something seriously fucked up about Eli Roth, brother. Eli, he said he's watched it over 100 times, and after watching this once, that boy needs therapy. Honest to God. But needless to say, each to their own. My favourite film of all time is, in fact, Reservoir Dogs. And what is your favourite movie of all time? Drop a comment below and let Philbo know. So, this film is credited for giving birth to the found footage genre, and it is credited as one of the most infamous cannibal films ever made, and one of the first. I don't believe it's the actual first cannibal film made, but it's definitely in the first, second, it's maybe the second or third into the genre. And this film was so disturbing and so grotesque at the time of its release. The cast and crew and the director were accused of this being a snuff film. And in case you don't know what a snuff film is an extremely illegal film to make. It is a film that depicts real violence, real killing, real violence, like really real, and sold on the black market to the sick fucks out there who want to watch it, right? But part of this came about of the mystique of Cannibal Holocaust. Ruggero Deodato he made the cast sign an agreement that they would do absolutely no media, no publicity, no nothing for 1 year after the film's release, just to keep this illusion that the film was real, alive, and to make people feel that what they're watching was real. That was his angle. You know, the Blair Witch, it's real, this is how it happened, and everyone was convinced that the Blair Witch was real. It's all just the same technique. The Blair Witch was the next one to do it, to convince you that this actually happened. These tapes were actually found. And what happened? That broke fucking box office records. The Blair Witch Project was probably the biggest grossing. It was the biggest grossing independent film of all time for years and years and years. I think it took the title of Halloween, if I'm not mistaken, in 1978 to maybe 1996 when Blair Witch Project came out. But this was the exact same idea. Now, this didn't make, no, this made $2 million in the US on a $100,000 budget. So the US are they love some sick gore, right? And it does have its audience. But after watching this, I have absolutely no issues with people back in 1980, 46 years ago, thinking that this was real. It's just the found footage sections. There's kind of the first act, first 40 minutes, and then it moves into the found footage, to the Green Inferno film. And it's essentially a film, three characters, Francesca, and it's Alan and Mark. Alan and Mark, three rogue filmmakers who want to go into the heart of the Amazon rainforest and film the conflicting cannibal tribes that lie within. So they have a guide with them, Felipe I think his name is, and he goes with them to guide them through the Amazon to locate the tribes and to film them and to make an incredible documentary, become millionaires, and, you know, go back to the USA as heroes, getting this incredible footage. But you're left wondering, who are the real maniacs? Who are the real cannibals? Who are the real fucking monsters in this tale? Is it the tribes people, or is it the Americans? That's the question the film states to you, and we unfold as the film starts. So it starts off with Monroe, the late Robert Kerman, which I learned is super funny. I mean, if you just look at the hair and the mustache, we almost certainly thought I thought your man, what was the other guy's name? I thought your man Alan was in porn with that mustache and that hair. I was sure of it. But actually, Monroe, the professor from New York, who we meet early in the film, played by Robert Kerman. Robert Kerman was an adult film star, and he starred in probably the most infamous adult film in the history of the world. Now, I haven't seen them myself, but I bet you've heard of it. Debbie Does Dallas. He's the dude. He's the dude in that film. And anyway, he was hired to play Monroe, the professor, who is given the job of going to the Amazon, getting his own guide, and trying to find these filmmakers, because it has been 2 months and there's still no sign of them whatsoever. So he is sent to try and bring them back. So he enters the Amazon himself to see what he can find and see what answers he can unfold. Also, another massive thing that you need to know about this film is to be honest, the 6 reasons it is so unbelievably infamous and was banned in 40 countries is there is real animal killings in this movie. It's disgraceful, it's disgusting, and it turned my stomach to the point I can't even tell you. I mean, you can get versions of the film where the animal cruelty bits are cut out, which I recommend that is the one you watch. But for any gore hounds out there who feel like they can handle it, or feel like they've seen maybe they've seen crazier films in the last 46 years, and that type of thing doesn't bother them at all. But they kill a turtle, like a large turtle, and it's like a 4-minute scene. It's stomach churning. It's absolutely disgusting. I had to look away practically for the whole thing. I mean, there's certain bits, just if you see an animal in someone's hand, or if you see an animal near anything, just fucking skip the scene, because you'll wish you never saw it. It's the director says he regrets it. Deodato says he regrets it now today, but he did it at the time probably to fucking save on gore effects, and it would probably be more terrifying for them to see actual animals being killed. I mean, the director, it just points everything that he's a fucking asshole. He treated the females like shit. Francesca, the girl in it, she played Faye. She was absolutely disgusted with the animal cruelty scenes. She was disgusted with the amount of SA scenes in the film. I mean, this film is absolutely fucking disgracefully grim. There's at least 5 scenes of SA. I mean, for the sake of YouTube, you don't want to say the R word, but SA, graphic, gross, disgusting, and it's in the found footage kind of style, bit of shaky cam, kind of, you know, unscripted, kind of manic, crazy. It's fucking disturbing as hell, man. I mean, there's fucking 6 animal killings. The turtle one being, me being a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan for life, that hurt me more than anything. But a pig, a monkey, and I believe they had to kill a second monkey because they fucked up the filming of the first monkey. I mean, come on. I know tribes people, like, monkey brains is a delicacy into these, like, and he used real tribes in the Amazon. He didn't pay any of them. He just kind of fucking filmed them for 3 weeks, saying, "Oh, it's a documentary, just go around normal life," and kind of gave them some kind of direction. You know, I mean, it's like what a fucking asshole of a director, and to put people through this. I mean, used real natives. I mean, like, it's a fucking hand, and the violence is in his out. There's a ritual he has to. I can't even get into describing it. It's one of the first really, like, Monroe is making his way through the rainforest with his guide, trying to find some answers about the missing guys, and he sees this man do a ritual punishment to a woman for infidelity. So a ritual punishment in the tribe. Obviously, if it's not fucking real, I mean, the film's like racist, really, to be honest. The way it depicts these natives is fucking 98% completely wrong. Like, neither of those tribes that are depicted in the film are actual cannibals. That's the fact of it. The tribes are not really cannibals. He just put it in and said, "Yous are cannibals," which is misrepresenting them, which is fucking racist. And again, back to this director, you know, fucking shame on you, man. I mean, granted, you've one of the most controversial films ever made, but dude, what a prick. And this fucking, she has to get punished for infidelity, and the punishment includes a large phallic-shaped rock and a big mud stone with spikes in it. I mean, it's fucking grotesque, man. And it goes on and on. And the character Monroe wants to step in and save her, you know, during this, but he says, "No, they're so brutal, they'll slit your throat. We gotta just follow him, and he'll bring us to the villagers. He'll bring us to the villagers, and we'll find your film crew. Just let him finish what he's doing, and we'll follow him to the village." So they do follow him to the village. And then when they get there, the whole tone of the villagers change. They kind of accept them in. They offer a knife, a flip knife, as kind of like something shiny, because they've never seen anything like this before. And they offer a radio with music in it, and they kind of accept them in. And the head of the tribe is like, "Oh, well, look at," kind of going around the place, and the place has been burnt down. And you can't understand what he's saying, but he's basically saying, "Oh, the white people came. The Americans came with their cameras, and they burnt our fucking place down, and they did this to this woman," and your man Monroe, this professor from New York, is starting to get the picture, going, "What the fuck happened here? These people are scared. These people aren't like holding us with spears to our necks and putting us on a spit and moving us around like a pig on a spit. They're scared," and they're like, "What the fuck did this film crew do?" And that's basically the first 40 minutes of the movie. And then eventually he finds their carcasses. He finds their bones, their cameras, and then they notice that the tribe have about 40 cans of film, old school film, which they kept and took away. They put them as decoration in their tribe, in their camp, for want of a better word, and they kept them because they're shiny and they've no idea what they are. They've no idea what anything is. And basically, Monroe, the professor, is able to make a trade of the radio with the music, which they've never heard before, which they love. And he got to bring the tapes, all the footage, back to America to be looked at, to hopefully get answers to why this film crew met such a grisly end. And then for the rest of the bastard film, they are sitting going through the found footage of what Faye was against everything in this film. You can tell when you're watching it. It's grimy, it's dirty. You can tell that they're fucking sweating to death, undernourished, not looked after as film stars should be. At least when they're working in the fucking Amazon rainforest, they look like they're literally experience hell on earth. And it all adds to the atmosphere of the found footage, the second half of the film, and it makes it so real, so gritty, because they're going through fucking hell with this director, putting them in mortal danger during the fire scene. There's a fire in the village that they fucking cause, and the flames are huge, and there's no safety control. They have to behind the scenes, they're getting burned, they're getting cindered, they're getting, like, it's just terrible conditions. I don't know. No wonder they've never worked. They never worked again. They're probably traumatized from working under this director. But the whole kind of social commentary on this is that it's putting in is that, like, how Italian media at the time used to misuse facts and used to kind of make news and sensationalize news. So the kind of idea of these American film crew going to the Amazon and going to these cannibals tribes, but then they start burning things down, and they commit SA with the tribes people for no reason, and just to get this incredibly fucked up, insane film made to go back to America. And they've just gone way too far. They've completely missed the point of everything they've done. Their guide dies earlier on in the film from a snake bite, and of course they murdered a snake after the bite, which was real. And then there's a spider on one of them during it. They murdered a spider after they get it off Faye's shoulder. I mean, of course, with the film, it's absolutely infuriating that this was allowed to happen. Thank fuck it's never been allowed to happen again ever since. And the film was banned in 40 countries and only has been widely available. This 4K was only printed 4 years ago. This only became available 4 years ago, 42 years after being released. And this is the first and only 4K that's been made. And no DVDs, no nothing. It's finally just release it. A limited release. And I said to myself, you know what, after all this time, I need to finally see what the fuss is all about with Cannibal Holocaust. And let me tell you, it was a grimy experience. Now, I don't want to get into too much of what they see when they look through the tapes. Naturally, they see who the real fucking monsters are between the American filmmakers and the tribes people in the Amazon rainforest. It's the final 10 minutes are absolutely grotesque. It bears belief, really. And the way it's filmed, I get it. I get why people would have thought these were real deaths on screen. I guess if I was to say anything positive, it's effective. It's fucking realistic. It's effective. The camera work, the certain angles where you don't fully see, but you see enough to know what they're doing to be disgusted, and then it kind of shaky cam a little, but it's kind of focused. But you'd have to see it to believe it. It genuinely looks real. The only time you're kind of taken out of the realness of it is obviously it switches back and forth to New York. Them discussing what to do with the film, watching scenes from the film. Monroe was completely against any of this footage ever making it out to the media. He wants it destroyed. He thinks it's an absolute abomination. And then the other media execs thinks it could be the biggest thing television's ever seen. But he says, you haven't seen the last hour of it. The last reels of footage. Come to the office and we're going to watch and then I'm going to prove that this can never see the light of day. And that's when you see the true ending of the film and what these filmmakers put these native people through and their revenge against the white folks. It's absolutely batshit. It's bananas. It's crazy. If I was to give some positives to it, for the most part, it's well filmed. The found footage is only in the second half of the film. The first half while it's a bit dull and a bit misused and unnecessary, there's kind of a mini Amazon adventure in the first 40 minutes. Then we obviously find out that the film crew are dead, but it does add intrigue, the fact that he's after finding the tapes now and he can truly see what went on for them to meet this really gross demise when you see all their bones hanging from a tree mixed in with the film tape and all. Gnarly effects, truly. So the 100 grand was obviously spent solely on effects because the crew were absolutely treated like shit. The amount of nudity the girl had to go through, she didn't agree with nearly any of it in the film. She just looked fucked off during the whole movie, and like it just added to everything. I mean, I guess if he's trying to do method directing and getting people really annoyed and really pissed off in situation, he's doing a fucking fantastic job. But the positive is the 4K, to be fair to what's the people who made this? 88 Films is the company who published this, and it's immaculate. Now again, this was a first time watch for me, but I can imagine it was grisly and grainy and fucking gross as hell to watch back in the day. And to be able to watch this film in 4K, is that really a good thing? Is it really a good thing being able to really see the scenes and what's going on in this? Do you know what? Yeah. It's a beautiful 4K, but it's just a pity what you're watching. This film, honest to God, massive warning. Do not watch this unless you are completely and utterly desensitized to gore, scenes of SA, scenes of violence towards women, full frontal male and female nudity, probably more male nudity than female. It's just a complete shock fest, a complete and utter shock fest, and to be called one of the most controversial films ever made is completely and utterly accurate in Philbo's humble opinion. I think it's filmed well. I do think it's shocking. I think there is a certain message in it. I mean, who's the real cannibals after all? Is it the regular normal humans, or these tribes people who people know nothing about? That's the question. But you have to kill 6 fucking animals, 7 animals on film, like detailed depictions of these slayings. Did you have to do that to get your point across about media making a story bigger by fucking, making the news instead of like staging the things? There's a scene where a girl is impaled in a pole, and the film crew had actually essay that girl in the previous scene, and because of the rules about infidelity and virginity in the tribe, she's impaled in a pole through her backside, through her body and out of her mouth. You've probably seen that still from the picture, and they're standing looking at it knowing that she's been punished because of their assault on her, and they're kind of smiling. And then he's like, oh wait man, the camera's on, man. And he's like, but then the camera, oh, this is terrible. The fact that the tribes could be so barbaric to do this to one of their own. Obviously another punishment for not keeping to their virginity. It's just so awful to see. And then they're like, cut. So that's what they would have showed people on the fucking film. But they actually caused her death. I mean, you catch what I'm saying? It just shows how you need to, unless you're there, unless you see what's going on in any given situation with something intense and full on like this, whether it be anything in the world, unless you're there and see it for yourself, take the news, take the propaganda, take the fucking big news update from fucking CNN or the big news update from fucking NBC with a pinch of salt, because it can always be fabricated. And in this situation, the found footage cannot see the light of day, and and good. But it's an absolutely gnarly experience. There is some humorous bits in it with the acting, the girl Faye, which I'm not holding it against her. Some few of the line deliveries are absolutely horrific, but I have a feeling she was trying to be terrible with the line delivery so she could be fucking fired, because the boss man was an absolute prick to her and to the rest of the crew and everybody involved, really. I don't know how he got this made. But luckily, when you look at his filmography, this is probably the only film that you'll. But Eli Roth, of course, who I mentioned, another acclaimed horror director nowadays. He's got a new one coming out shortly called The Ice Cream Man. Keep an eye out for that. And he directed Hostel and Hostel 2 and Thanksgiving and what was Thanksgiving? Yeah. He gave him a cameo, Ruggero Deodato in Hostel. He's eating in one of the scenes. He's cutting up the body's leg and having himself a little bit of calf or a little bit of shin for dinner, and he gave him a cameo in his Hostel movie because Cannibal Holocaust, the Holocaust, is his absolute favourite film of all time, even to the point where he made a subtle remake to Cannibal Holocaust, and he called it The Green Inferno. I think it was like in 07 or 08. It was okay. It's worth watching, but it's a complete love letter to Cannibal Holocaust. And I understand why it has its fans. It's controversial. It's real. It's not scary. It's disgusting. It's vile. I mean, the fact that you'd want to put yourself back into 1980 and see this for the first time, and you would be shocked to your core. Absolutely, because it does seem so real. But on the 4K, you see a couple of the kills and a couple of the gore. You kind of look at it a bit more closely, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't look real at all. But back in 1980, on the shitty TV, on the shitty cinema screens with cigarette smoke everywhere and fucking terrible tin-canned films being transferred around the country in a fucking tin with the old cigarette burns and all, they call it, on the film and all, like proper grindhouse style. People wouldn't have been able to see it clearly. They'll just think they're looking at a dark, fucked up snuff film. And they were like brought to court and all. He needed to bring the 3 performers into the courtroom, show their IDs, show their birth cert, absolutely prove without a shadow of a doubt that they were not killed on screen. And everybody who died on the screen had to be shown in court to prove that it wasn't a snuff film. And he was able to do it. He was able to get everybody who starred in the film to come to the court to stop them giving him a murder charge on his film. So, that's all I need to say about that. Cannibal Holocaust. Don't ever watch it. Ever. I'm glad I did though, because I do consider myself a horror fan and a gore fan. Not particularly a found footage fan, but you know what? The price was right. It's a 4K. I'll watch it. I watched it with brother Steve-O there a couple of days ago. And yeah, that turtle scene just, you got the both of us. And he's like, oh no. The twitching. The twitching is just too much. And, you know, if you know, you know. And then I watched it a couple of days before Steve-O came over. So I think my wife wants to check it out just to find out what the fuck I've been banging on about. I'm not like, if a kid watch, don't ever let a kid watch this. Don't ever let anyone, if you ask me, anyone under 25 is not fucking mature enough to watch this film. That's my opinion. Oh, this should have its own, I know it says 18s on it, but this should have fucking over 25. So you should get a new certificate just for this. Over 25s. Anything you can think of that's obscene in a film, it's there. Murder, essay, male and female nudity, animal cruelty, people cruelty. I mean, you name it. And I think he had a checklist when he was making the film going, okay, is that everything that could possibly shock and disturb somebody? Great. Print. Send it to print. That's a wrap, guys, on Cannibal Holocaust. They're like, fuck you. Thank you. We're leaving. I mean, he even underpaid them. I mean, he paid them in pesos, I believe, which obviously don't nearly have as much value as the US dollars. I mean, what a shitbag. But if I had to give the film a rating out of 5, rewatchability, no, not at all. Do I buy the social commentary? Or is it just a straight up gore film? Maybe just to take the edge off the bleakness. But I think it's well made. I think it's extremely realistic. But I basically recommend that you never watch this film ever. Only the very much older, experienced horror and gore hound may apply. If you've seen films like Grotesque, or The Human Centipede, or Martyrs, a Serbian film, Hard Candy, Razor Blade Romance. If they're your type of films and you're looking at them going, they're all in my collection, then Cannibal Holocaust is for you. But I guarantee you that you've already seen this film, because I am very, very much, and I'm in fact 46 years late to the party on Cannibal Holocaust. But if I can do anything positive here, it's to say a big shout out to 88 Films. This is one of the clearest, most incredible 4Ks I have ever come across. And the price was right, people. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed that. Do yourself a favour. Never watch this film. Make sure if you do watch it that you have a fucking bar of soap and a bucket, because you're going to feel dirty after watching this. It is a grimy, gross, nasty ass film. And you know what? Just don't watch it. Thanks for watching the Philbo Show. We'll see you on the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe and hype this video. See if we can get out to any gore hounds out there. And may the sun always shine. Philbo is well and truly out, Bo.